Hello everybody, welcome to Snyder's Inc. And today we have got a Sunny V2 video, and this is the many scams and downfall of Machinima. Machinima. Something like that. He'll say it, then I'll correct myself. Anyways. 2006 to 2019, so this has been on for a while. We don't get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment, thing down below. If you'd like to help me out with a donation, you can leave super thanks or link to our PayPal's in the description. If you leave a donation, you will be shouted out in a future video. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go.
Oh,
That's a great shot.
Oh.
If you were watching a Modern Warfare 2 video back in 2010 and you saw this intro pop up at the start, you knew you were about to witness an absolute banger of a video. But I have a question for you. Do you remember seeing this intro at all after maybe 2012, 2013, 2014? What happened to it? It was at one point the hallmark for the craziest video gameplays, supporting a lot of the greatest creators in YouTube history, such as CNanners, Hutch, Tabes, PewDiePie, G-Unit123. I'm sure a lot of you guys remember this video.
Hey guys, it's Shaggy here, aka G-Unit, and hello Machinima. I'm a new director here today, getting the world's fastest nuke in 30 seconds. Just showing you guys.
Yep, even that was Machinima. So how did it go completely defunct by 2019, along with every single video being deleted from the channel? Was it the terrible reputation that brought the channel undone?
Stay away from Machinima. They are at
Machinima. Thank you. Machinima. Okay, now I can say that right.
absolute cancer. Now,
Or the fact that they would prey on young, naive creators with long-term, unbreakable contracts?
My contract had ended, and I messaged Machinima. I didn't get a single response.
This video is going to explore the rise and fall of Machinima on.
Okay, so here's what I know about Machinima. They were a platform that offered contracts to people who wanted to be content creators, and it gave them a platform because I'm pretty sure it was name recognition. You put Machinima on your thing, you get it's immediate recognition thing. Maybe I think there probably is more to it. But I also know about Machinima, by what I've heard, is that you're pretty much fucked once you get in. You get in it. Now the idea of Machinima is a good idea even today, because there's a lot of people I know that just want to be content creators but have no idea where to start, how to do it. They have no idea what to do. So the idea of a company like Machinima is a good idea, but you can't slimy people while you're doing it. You know, you gotta. The content creators are more important than you.
On YouTube, alongside the many scams that occurred in the process. So theoretically, buckle up fellas, let's get into it.
Okay.
Machinima was first created in January 2000 by Hugh Hancock in Los Angeles, California. However, for many of us, including myself, the early 2000s isn't really a relatable time period that we can all reminisce on. I'm more interested in the downfall of Machinima on YouTube. So let's ignore the early 2000s and fast forward to the notoriety between Machinima and YouTube, beginning in 2006. The Machinima YouTube channel began on the 16th of January 2006. In a strange kind of way, YouTube actually would have been a competitor for the original Machinima site, given that Machinima was actually somewhat of a video sharing service in the early 2000s. Machinima observed the strong growth of YouTube in the beginning and applied the old, if you can't beat them, join them. But Machinima was very smart about it. They didn't just join YouTube and start uploading their own videos, they actually set up a sub-business within YouTube called YouTube Networks. Back when the partner program was first introduced on YouTube, which was the original program where creators could earn money off their content, it was very difficult for content creators to monetize gaming content. YouTube was reluctant to monetize gaming content due to grey area copyright laws at the time, and they figured it was better to be safe than sorry, so no video games were monetized on the site. There are many examples which articulate how difficult it was to be a gaming content creator between 2006 and 2012 on YouTube. One example is with the content creator Darkside Phil. When Phil simply uploaded a gameplay of the game Splinter Splinter Cell in April 2010, Ubisoft, the developer, contacted YouTube and had Phil's whole channel taken down, just for uploading a gameplay of a single game. This highlights both how far gaming content has.
I'm about to say, this shows a difference in gaming content, because most of the time, as long as music's in it, create the, even most cases, something like Fortnite and some other things, they appreciate if you play their shit. They want you to play their shit. They go off of this knowing YouTubers are gonna play it. WWE 2K fucking has events for YouTubers to show it, because it spreads the audience. It spreads it out so new people know the game who might not have, and you see it. Back then, it seemed like it was they found it as stealing shit. I don't know what the thought process was, but they found it very offensive that you would play their games on YouTube. It's really weird.
Come on YouTube, but more importantly, how difficult it was to be a gaming YouTuber in the early days of YouTube. And this was only just being a gaming YouTuber, a level down from actually earning money from gaming YouTube videos. Then Machinima came along and offered a solution to the difficulty in getting gaming content monetized. Content creators could be guaranteed an income for their creation efforts by partnering with Machinima. Machinima would serve as a middleman, where content creators would upload videos under the Machinima channel rather than their own channel on YouTube. Machinima would then pay 60% of the revenue from that video to the original creator and keep 40% for themselves.
And all Machinima wanted in return was a 3-year contract and 40% of all my earnings.
40% seems like a lot of your ad revenue from YouTube, right? Well, at the time, you had the choice of keeping either 60% of your income or 0% of your income, given that if the content was uploaded on your own channel, you'd get nothing. So on the surface, it actually looked like an excellent deal for creators. Suddenly, creators had the...
Again, it was a smart move at the time. You can't give them false promises. And that's what Machinima did. You can't do that. You gotta be, if you're gonna do that type of idea, because that wasn't my original plan for this. Snyder Inc. had another channel called the BOE Network. What I planned to do with the BOE Network was I wanted it to be a scenario where if people had different ideas and didn't want to make their own channel, do all the work, they could put it on here. I've tried to do it with my friends in ages, but I just can't get them to do a single video, so... But there was more I wanted to do with this channel that I've just not been able to do with it. But that was my plan for this thing. It wasn't going to be I steal your revenue. It'd be I just give you revenue from this specific the video you give me.
Opportunity to make money off the videos that they otherwise would have earned nothing from. Machinima also offered another simple intangible advantage, the status of being a Machinima creator. Even as early as January 2009, as seen in this screenshot, Machinima has 367,000 subscribers, which eventually grew to 5 million in late 2012, making it the 4th biggest channel on YouTube by subscriber count at its peak. On top of this, as we mentioned in the intro, you just knew a video was going to be a good video when it had the Machinima introduction. So who wouldn't want to have the reputation of being a Machinima creator? It would also give the small creators that feeling of working alongside the other big guns in the video game content creation scene. You might only have a few hundred subscribers, but you could be featured on a channel with 5 million subscribers. Another concept that seemed very enticing on the surface, but it was very disappointing in reality, as we'll explore later.
There was no growth. All the analytics were just in a straight line. There was no growth, no subs, nothing. It all stayed exactly the same.
On top of this, Machinima would offer creators what they called a talent scout, which looking back now just kind of seems like a buzzword to entice naive kids who thought they had a special content creation talent into joining Machinima.
And what they did was they set me up with a talent manager. And this sounded really good originally. I was like, oh my god, I've got someone watching my back. I've got my own talent manager. This is amazing.
On top of this, Machinima also promised a team of people to help creators promote and create their videos, giving them advice and guiding them to success. So Machinima had all the bells and whistles on the surface, right? Everything a content creator could possibly want for growing their channel and income. What could possibly go wrong?
No problem. Everything's a downfall. Everything's a lie. No promises can be kept.
What is up, Drummer Nation? I'm your host, Killer Keemstar. Let's get right into the news. We are here with Ross Boomsocks. He uploaded a video about a week ago that ended up on the front page of Reddit. Basically, he's having problems with Machinima. A lot of other YouTubers jumped in expressing their complaints with Machinima.
So up until this point, we've highlighted the golden facade of Machinima, what it offered to creators, the promise of glory and riches, money on videos that wouldn't be monetized otherwise, the stat.
In nowadays, let's say you were going to do something like this nowadays, What you did? Because even I think there was one VTuber in business that was dealing with fucking issues because of people, because they're fucking full of shit. If you're gonna do this now, it's a simple way you have to do it. If you're gonna do this now, you have to be the most honest, fucking up to in your face, straight to them fucking shit. Like if you're gonna do it and you're gonna tell them if you know a video's gonna suck, you gotta tell them a video's gonna suck. If you're gonna do one and they need help with something, you know what you can help them with and what you can't. Because also they have to learn. That's the point of the growth. If you're trying to grow the separate channel along with their channel, you have to grow. You have to be willing to help them grow. If you're not willing to help them grow, the fuck you want me to do? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not helping them grow, and you're not helping people go to their channel, what the fuck are they there for? It's kind of the shittiness of the contracts. You can't get out of it. That's why that might not be a good 3 years, especially. Not the best move. But it seems like a good promise they give you at the beginning, especially in this time when you don't have a way to get monetized, you don't have a way to make ads, you don't have a way to make money. But then, later on when you realize you can, you're stuck.
Status of being Machinima creator, the promise of having a talent scout and support for your content, looks like a pretty good deal on the surface, right? Well, the packages they offered were actually a lot more surreptitious than they appeared on the surface. The insidious part about Machinima was that they preyed on the short-term thinking of individual creators. The contracts that were handed out were usually 3 to 7 years in length, which to a lot of small YouTubers and YouTube newbies doesn't seem like a very long time. And even if it did, they just disregarded that, because they just saw the opportunity for money and went into the contract blindly.
I signed the contract and it's for 3 years, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Like, it's 3 years. That's not that long of a time if you think about it.
Side note, it's actually a really long time.
But 3 years on YouTube can actually be a really long time. Mr. Beast went from 1.2 million subscribers to 33.5 million subscribers in the last 3 years. PewDiePie gained 10 billion views in the last 3 years. And PewDiePie at one point was actually partnered with Machinima. He had this to say about them back in 2015. I was screwed over by Machinima like many others 4 years ago, but managed to get out luckily. It's mind-boggling to me how they can still pull shit like this and get away with it. Unless Google steps up and puts tighter leashes on networks, YouTubers are going to be the ones who pay for their greediness. Hope your shit gets sorted, dude. Theoretically, if PewDiePie was partnered with Machinima for the last 3 years, earning approximately $3 per 1,000 views on his videos, his revenue would have been 30 million from 10 billion views. If you take 40% of that, a 3-year partnership with Machinima would have cost PewDiePie $12 million. Not exactly.
Woof! Woof! Oh, when you put it like that, that is brutal. You could get $12 million lost by the partnership with Machinima. $12 million. That, oh my god, that would make me cry if I found out I could have lost. Oh my god.
Something to brush over lightly, right? Anyway, that's not a real scenario. However, it highlights how damaging some of these contracts had the potential to be at the time. And
yeah, luckily that was a real scenario. Oh my god, I need counseling after that.
How much can be achieved on YouTube in the space of 3 years. On top of this, in certain situations, they even snuck extra months into the contract without notifying creators, such as this example with Ross Boomsticks.
And I only learned 2 or 3 months ago that he slipped an extra 7 months under my nose. That my contract was ending in 2017 instead of 2016.
The creators who signed up with Machinima when their channels were small in size started to realize how much money they could make on YouTube.
How do you slip that in? What cause would you? Because I would say if you tried that with me, like, oh no, we got 7 years now. I'm like, no, you fucking don't. Better let me the fuck out, or we're gonna have a fucking legal issue. Because unless you have a reason for giving me adding 7 months to my shit, you better have a fucking damn good reason for I don't come and have a legal problem with you.
When exponential growth started to kick in. When a lot of creators signed up, they were only making, what, $1 a month on YouTube? So 40 cents a month for all the perks seemed like a good deal, right? Well, I'm sure that a boatload of those creators would have gotten to the point of making $1,000 a month, then $10,000 a month. And suddenly, 40% per month to Machinima is really starting to hurt the bottom line and overall earnings for creators. But there was nothing they could do. They were stuck in the contract for the next 3 years. The promised talent scouts and help that was supposed to come to creators suddenly vanished as soon as they signed the contract. contracts.
Now, nearly instantly, I regretted signing the contract because the second I signed it, my talent manager suddenly said that he was busy, and he only said that after I had signed the contract. And he said he was going away on a business trip and I'd basically be on my own for the next 5 to 6 weeks. So basically over a month I'd be completely in the dark.
It was also revealed that uploading to Machinima, the high status YouTube channel, really didn't provide any growth for small creators.
About 4 to 5 months pass and nothing. My channel doesn't grow at all. Views are still dead. I got about 200 to 300 views a video. I mean, for some people that sounds like a lot, but I wanted to grow and there was no growth. All the analytics were just in a straight line. There was no growth.
Oh, that's brutal.
Growth, no subs, nothing. It all stayed exactly the same.
The issue with Machinima was that they had so many creators signed up with them that it was impossible to differentiate yourself from the crowd on their channel. They would upload hundreds of videos a week, and how could a small channel with 100 subscribers compete with other channels on the network? It just came down to the fact that Machinima just really wasn't a good way to grow a channel. Uploading a video to a 5 million subscriber channel seems like a great growth method, but the reality was no one really clicked through from Machinima to your individual channel. Along with
I think the best part of the way they described it is the way that one thing is like they upload too much. They upload from too many different creators. You're not going to go check out every one. So it's hard to do a steady pace of that.
Machinima basically being a scumbag company that would prey on individuals with insanely unfavorable contract conditions. The truth was that the need for the middleman on YouTube just wasn't really there anymore by 2013. Machinima was originally introduced because individual YouTubers couldn't have their gaming content monetized. However, this was not really an issue anymore by 2013. The need for the middleman had almost completely disappeared by 2014. So what did this mean for the company? They basically had a boatload of creators who had signed 3 to 7 year contracts between 2009 and 2013, but absolutely no one else signing new contracts given that there was no need to become a Machinima creator after 2013. This left Machinima earning a passive but dwindling income from the remaining contracts, with diminishing revenue as the contracts began to expire. And if we go back, the two reasons that people initially signed up for Machinima was to monetize their gaming content and have help from the talent scouts and staff at Machinima to help grow their channel. Content creators could monetize their own content, and the consensus and review from other creators was that Machinima wouldn't help at all creating videos or growing channels. So in the end, there was just no need for them. There wasn't a single thing that they could offer that individual creators couldn't do themselves. On top of no YouTuber actually having a use for the business, Machinima began to become the subject of bulk slander from almost...
I know I'm bringing this up late, but I did find it funny that there was people that disliked my reacting to the downfall of Shoe Nice. I just found that funny. I don't know what about that you disliked, but I just found that funny. Don't know if there were Shoe Nice fans who insulted that I reacted to it. I don't know, but I found that funny.
Every YouTuber that had been with them. As we've explored with many clips in this video like PewDiePie, Pyrocynical, Ross Boomsticks, even Drama Alert began to create videos slandering the dodgy actions of Machinima, and the Machinima reign just kind of imploded on itself on YouTube. Machinima continued to dwindle from 2014 all the way up until February 2019, when the entire channel went private. Machinima fired their 81 remaining staff, and Machinima announced that they would be ceasing operation and merging into another company. But as scummy as Machinima appeared to be from all the dodgy underlying contract terms, I still feel like Machinima has a special nostalgic spot in all of our hearts as a viewer. The Machinima legacy is one that will be left with the glory years of Modern Warfare 2.
I'm watching Forever Movement, FAM. It's a wrestling, video game company thing. And they have this logo. It's back in like 2014, 13, maybe a bit before. This Machinima logo appears in it. It affected everywhere.
And old League of Legends. So Machinima, despite being a total scumbag of a business structure, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for the nostalgia. And you 100% deserved what you had coming to you for screwing over so many creators. That's going to be all for this video, guys. If you guys...
Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this reaction video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all for the next one.